Matt Crafton says, good. He slipped and got out of my way, because you know how hard it is down on the bottom, and Matt's like, I don't have to deal with that. That's cool. I'll go get another one.
James Busher setting a pretty blistering pace right now. His last lap just over 32 seconds. Right now we have 22 trucks on the lead lap. Ryan Sieg running 22nd.
Ooh, Lofton got loose again. He was going to try to make a move on the 14 of Brennan Newberry. Got loose again, had to get out of the throttle.
Look for Keselowski to have a big run on Lofton as they come down the front straightaway because of Lofton losing his momentum. And there he comes.
Brad Keselowski all over the back bumper of that 6. Looks as though he's going to try the high line. See if he can get by the 6 of Lofton, as well as that 14 of Brennan Newberry, who's just in front of these two.
Brad's going to use that 14 truck of Newberry as a pick and just drive right on by.
So Keselowski takes over the spot, moves up into the 4th position. Now it's Busher, Kligerman, Crafton, Keselowski, and Lofton, your top 5.
Once again, Matt Crafton, the fastest truck on the racetrack.
Well, I don't want to, pat anyone on the back early on, but how about Krista? She picked James Busher. He's out front.
Sounds like you're patting her on the back to me.
Third. I mean, I'll definitely say that she did a great job picking Busher.
Yeah, Matt Crafton right now the fastest truck on the racetrack in the 3rd spot. And by the way, that was your pick.
Hermie, by the way, just outside the top 10. I don't want to point out anybody that might not be able to have a top 10 finish, but he's just outside the top 10. James Busher has a 2.6 second lead over Parker Kligerman, continuing to work around some of the slower lap traffic now.
Matt Crafton just ran a sub 32 second lap. That's one of the faster laps, Michael, we've seen in the last 10 or 15 laps.
And he's the only truck on the track able to do that. You can see him closing in inch by inch on Keselowski for that second, or excuse me, Kligerman for that 2nd spot.
Yellow. We got a spin over here in the center of 3 and 4.
Yep, 0-7 of Jeff Agnew into the grass. So the caution comes out for the 4th time tonight. Agnew brought out caution number 1. Excuse me. It was the 0-9 of Townley that brought out caution number 1. This is the first time Agnew's brought the caution out.
Yeah, pretty good timing now. 61 laps complete already. That'll give us time to get some tires on these things, Michael.
We need them too. We're slipping around. We're seeing guys spin out. This time when we give you gas fill, we're going to give you some tires to go along with them. So it should be a lot better this time.
Nice job by Cale Gale to get by Jeff Agnew.
That's why you can't ever decide which way you're going to go till you get there. You see the drivers make decisions right at the last second. If you just say, I'm going low, that could be bad. You better just wait as long as you can before you make that final decision which way you're going.
Saw Kyle Larson also making an evasive move to the high side to get by. Mighty Mouse waiting for Matt Crafton.
Mighty Mouse is mighty fast too. Crafton up to the 3rd spot. Bunch these babies back up and see who can deal with the restart the best. We've seen Crafton struggle. Can he put that behind him and get a good start?
Remember, they're going to have new tires with full of fuel, so that should be a better situation for these guys.
So the field will line back up behind the pace truck right now as they'll be making their way onto pit road as soon as it is open. More than likely open this time since the 0-7 of Agnew was able to get off of the racetrack and not cause any issues at the entrance to pit road. So we're hearing that pit road is now open. And you're seeing the 31 of James Busher lead the field.
Whole world again.
On to pit road. They pass the orange cone, the commitment cone as they go on to pit road. Let's go down to Hermie.
Rick, first on my end will be Parker Kligerman. They'll take 4 tires and Sunoco fuel for the 29. Still worried about the battery issue with that truck. Also the 31 of James Busher. They love the clean air. There'll be no changes, 4 tires and Sunoco fuel for the 31. Ray?
Matt Crafton at the bottom of your screen in that Menards Toyota Tundra. He said on his last restart he had a little bit of problem with the shifter, like it would not stay in gear. They're keeping their eye on that. They said, let's go 4 tires here. It'll be a ½ pound of air into the right front. They'll come around here to do the left sides. Crafton rolled into the pits in 3rd. We'll see if they can make up any spots. Busher is going to be the first one to go off of pit road. Crafton will have a drag race. Looks like he'll be 2nd out ahead of the 29.
Yeah, very close there between Crafton and the 29 of Parker Kligerman. Looks like Kligerman might have got the nod at the line.
Great job on pit road by the 22 team, getting his truck off 5 spots ahead of where he was.
So a lot of positions made up for Joey Coulter on pit road. That's a lot easier than passing on the racetrack. Stay with us. Coverage of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series on Speed is brought to you by Mobil 1, the world's leading synthetic motor oil brand. Mobil 1. And by Ram Trucks. Guts. Glory. Ram.
A lot of action on pit road, guys. It's always intense when you come down and grab 4 tires. And check this out, Phil.
Watch now. The guys are going to take the tires off the right side. Watch the tire carrier. That's him right there. He's going to try to bring both tires back across the wall. And they have to stay in contact with him. Watch. But he drops one. He has to go back and get it because they have to stay in his contact till he gets to the wall.
But watch the NASCAR official. They help if they can. If they can give a helping hand and not mess their job up, they'll do that. They save that tire from getting away, and he's running in the 3rd spot. That's a big deal.
Yeah, Johnny Sauter had to come back in because he had a missing lug nut on the left front. So that will kill all his track position as we get ready to go back to green.
Side by side. Buescher on the outside. Kligerman on the inside. Green flag back in the air.
Going green at lap 66. You remember a year ago in 2010, Todd Bodine spun out on lap 82 and still won. So I'm going to be Johnny Sauter's cheerleader. Johnny, it's not too late. We can make this baby up.
How about Matt Crafton? Didn't have the best of restarts the last time. Now he's making the move on the outside, trying to take second away from Kligerman.
I think he has designs on more than second right now. He's going to get that 2nd spot and go after James Buescher.
Buescher out in front. Crafton running 2nd. Kligerman is 3rd.
Talked about Joey Coulter's team having a great pit stop. Got him some track position. He's taking advantage of it. Shuffles out in the 4th spot. Started back in 16th.
How
Big
about
move to
Hornaday?
that truck.
Hornaday making it 3 wide on the bottom to get by Lofton and Keselowski.
Working the way into turn number 1. It's Hornaday on the inside.
Oh, it's so hard to do what Ron's been doing all night long. He's been running dead on the bottom, and you just really jeopardize the truck getting away from him when you're down there, and he wasn't able to hold off Keselowski.
Closing in on the halfway point of this race. That's how quick things happen around here.
Well, Lofton going way high will lose a spot or 2. Ty Dillon gets by him. Here comes Johnny Sauter trying to make his way back towards the front. Johnny right now is being shown in the 18th spot.
We just saw David Starr pull away from him. And
trouble.
around goes Todd Bodine and Nelson Piquet Jr. Nelson Piquet Jr. into the wall. Down he gets to the 6 of Justin Lofton. More trucks coming in. So it was Todd Bodine and Nelson Piquet Jr. that were involved in it, and then Justin Lofton gets caught up.
Remember, guys, that's our point leader, Justin Lofton.
And Todd Bodine's truck's in serious trouble there, and it doesn't look like Lofton's is much better.
Going to give us a little bit of a shift in our
get
points.
that all clearance. I just see it on the TV. Just bring it back around here. Are all the tires up? All the tires up. We're alone.
See damage to the right front fender and that whole right side.
If it didn't damage that tire and that wheel, that suspension, let's see if we can see what happened here.
Oh, Todd just tries to dive down in the side like we saw Hornaday do a couple times and get sideways. A lot of guys. Todd went somewhere where he couldn't hang on to his truck, and look at the damage off the wall. PK into the side of our point leader.
Battle for the 10th position is what was happening here as we see it once again.
See, Todd jumps to the bottom. Looked like he was pretty much up beside Justin.
Look at this young man, Kyle Larson. He just snakes his way through there.
Wow.
He said, they don't do this on a quarter mile. This is crazy out here.
At 155 miles an hour.
Look at him snake through there. And also Cale Gale, Dakota Armstrong, all those guys doing a great job.
Tim George missing Dakota Armstrong as he veered to avoid this incident.
A lot of damage to the 11 truck, the 30.
Watch this decision Todd makes. He just says, I'm going inside.
I'm not sure Justin really knew he was there. He did not run into him, but he squeezed him all the way down to the bottom. Some great driving by a bunch of guys to avoid this. Watch Caleb Holman go in between those trucks.
I think Kyle Larson's mad at it when he saw what was happening. He said, I see a hole and I'm going for it, and he made it through it.
Elation 1 week ago for Nelson Piquet Jr. and now destruction to that race truck. He slides up, hits the wall after Bodine gets into the 6. And welcome back under the 5th caution of the evening. This time the benefactor will be Brennan Newberry, 22-year-old out of Bakersfield, California. Get a lap back. That'll put 22 trucks on the lead lap. That is if Justin Lofton can stay out there on the lead lap.
I think he'll be able to stay on the lead lap for now. I don't know if there isn't any damage to that right front tire. He could be able to hang in there. On the last caution, Pauly Haraka got the Aaron's lucky dog, and he's inside the top 20. So a good break for that young man. And he did a great job missing that crash up in turn 1 and 2 as well. So,
Ray, we see a lot of damage to the right side of that 6 truck. What's the team talking about?
Well, Rick, at first they thought it was really just all cosmetic, and then they found out that the toe is off a little bit, but there may be a much larger problem. Justin said he thinks he may have broken the transmission in that crash. He said there's all kinds of noise in it. It'll still go into gear, but he just has a fear that it is going to fall apart on them shortly. So we'll keep an eye on that. They're going to string this thing to try to set the toe on the right side, but if the transmission is damaged, that could be tough for them in the points.
Yeah, let's take a look at the points as they're running on the racetrack at this time, and that's with Justin Lofton still scored in the 20th position. How about Timothy Peters moving to the top?
look at that.
15 points separating the top 5 right now as we run.
That's 15 positions separate the top 5.
We had the same type of battle late into the 2011 season for the championship as well. This is just good stuff.
About one race separating your top 6. Matt Crafton just outside. There's Nelson Piquet's truck being pulled back into the garage. Stay with us here on Speed.